Hello viewers of this video, and welcome back to the Redstone Innovation channel. Today we are going to be building a 5x5 door. So finally, I've memorized the 5x5. Whoops. Which way is it? Oh, there it is. Okay. Finally, I memorized the 5x5 design, which means we can build this thing. And it's gonna be a long tutorial. I've got some water and drank some Coca-Cola and Haw Flakes, and we should be good to go. So this is what we're building. And it fits in this compact space. It's the seamless 5x5 door, as I'm sure you have heard of if you've seen my channel. And to make it work rotated, it's not too much of a hassle. I hope. Okay, so we're going to be building this door in F1 and 3. So if you press F3, you can see the F underneath the Z axis. Above the seed, you'll see LC, and then you'll see F. And then that will change depending on the direction you're looking. So the way that I'm going to be building it is the door will be working in F3 and F1, I hope. Now there is one timing in this door that can be either way. It works most places with one timing, but then occasionally you have to change it back. Like on the MCI server I built it was working fine, and then I just had to change that one timing, and then it started working because it did break. So let's just start placing the pistons, and then we're going to do the special system for the top and part of the hipster door, I guess, for the bottom. So you're going to start a ways up, quite a ways. Let's keep going. A few. Okay. So you're going to have your 5x5 doorway. I will repeat that I'm building it in F1 and F3. And you can check that by pressing F3. So here's the 5x5 doorway. To get all these side blocks, side pistons, side blocks, I'm going to have 5 pistons like that. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Whoops. So total of 10 to control the side 10 blocks. Then what you're going to do is you're going to come to the middle block on the top and build up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks. Cut out these 5, and then build 4 pistons from this block. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. This is going to be quad extender to get the middle block and the second block. Okay, so on the shorter side, so if you notice in this door, there's 2 different sides, one of which is longer than the other. So the door is more off to this side than it is off to that side. So on the shorter side, you're going to build, on the shorter side, you're going to build 3 pistons facing down on the second row here. You can build 2. You're going to place a block directly in front of this piston and build out. You're going to place that block and then place 1 over, and then 3 pistons like that. Those are your storage pistons for storing the blocks. And now finally, we're almost done with the pistons for the top. Place a block here, and then a piston right here. Then behind this piston, you're going to have an unpushable block, so obsidian or something, but you have to be able to place a repeater on it. And actually, on the other, so just make it obsidian. Then you're gonna come out 1, 2, and you actually need regular. I'm gonna turn that off. You need regular pistons. So if this piston was powered, then when it was powered, the piston head well, if it pushes a block, then it will push a block in the path of this first piston, and that's what you want. Let me get a lever. Okay, so I think that's about it. Oh, right, obsidian. Gosh darn it. You're going to need obsidian behind this piston. Okay, now you're done with the pistons for the top. You're going to come down to the bottom here, the middle block. Count out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cut out those 4 and place 3 stacked pistons from this block that you placed. And just do that. And then also on the shorter side, you're going to come out 1, 2 from this top piston and place 3 pistons like so. And now you are done with all of the essential pistons for the door. But you do need 2 more for the T flip-flop. Right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to build what I call the special system. And this system is basically what either makes or breaks this door. So if it works for you, and it definitely should, then you're good. You can continue the tutorial. But if it does not work for you, then you're screwed. You can't build this door. So what we're going to do is, let's get a different color. Let's make the special system, let's make it fun. Let's make it magenta. There we go. So on this obsidian behind this piston that has the block, repeater on 2, which will be powered by a block, which will be powered by a block, which will be powered by a redstone, which will be powered by a block, which will be powered by a repeater, like that. Then you're going to place a block on this this bottommost piston on the quad extender. Power it with a dot of redstone. Power that dot with a block and a repeater. And then what you're going to do is you're going to link these up. Now, oh, excuse me, burping. Whoops. Okay. So you're going to come to the bottommost piston in the quad extender on this side. Place a block. Place a torch on this end, which will power this. Power this block with a repeater. And then a block behind it with redstone on top. And then what we're going to do is we're going to hook up this to this. And we're going to do that like this. I think. So you're going to bring this out 1 here, and come up 1, and then build over for a total of 3 here. And then, oh man, you're going to come over 1 here, and then down 1 here, I think, like that. And now you're done with powering those blocks and the thing that force updates the race conditions. So on this block that you bring down here, place a torch on the side, and then this redstone here will be powering a repeater here and a repeater here. Both of these are going to be on 3 ticks. Remember that timings are very important, so make sure that this is on 2. 1, 1, 1, 3, 3. Directly from this torch, repeater on 3, which will be powering a block in front, and then redstone right there. Place a torch on this block here, and that will be depowered by this here. So what this is a monostable. Yeah, just a monostable, and then it will be powering this torch here. And then actually, your ceiling. It'll lead into redstone on your ceiling. Like so. Now, one more bit of logic for the special system. From this torch, repeater on 4 ticks. And from this redstone here, repeater on 3 ticks. Block in front of this repeater on 4, which will be powering this dot of redstone. And then this repeater on 3 will also power that dot of redstone. Then on this block with the repeater on 3, place a torch here. And then lead the power from this torch. Oh, make sure to block this off so it doesn't connect. So it doesn't connect to that, because we need that dot. So this redstone will lead over into the redstone here. Now we actually need to do one more thing before we can test the special system. And let's just make it white. So we're going to lead power into the pistons here. So you're going to power the top pistons here with a 3x2 platform and repeaters with link them up with redstone. And then directly underneath this platform, or not here, but one down, another 3x2 platform, 3 repeaters. Again, well, this time they're all on 2. And then link those all up. Make sure to cut these off. Just make it white. Cut these off so it does not connect to this redstone here. Finally, going to, let's just keep it white for now. Power this redstone with this block here, and actually make it lead down. Block it off again, like that, and then place a torch right here, which should double extend these pistons, so 1, 2. And now what you can do is operate your special system. And what you're going to do is to power the special system, place a block here, place a lever here. It has to be here, just to make sure that you don't mess with anything else or something happens. Oh yeah, gosh darn it, I forgot. Okay, so you need blocks here. So you need blocks in the storage position. Make sure you do that, okay? Now, when you flip the lever, what it should do is it should power these pistons while they're here. So your ceiling is actually right here. So it should power these pistons for a quick moment. And you can test that by doing this. So placing blocks in the middle of the door, and then testing the special system. What? Let's try again. There we go. Stupid bugs. Okay, so then what it should do when you depower this special system, it should pull the blocks up to this position. So here's the ceiling. Should pull them back up to here. And if that works for you, congratulations, you can finish the door. Well, hopefully. Okay. Now the rest of the top, well actually no. Let's go to the closing circuit, and that's gonna be orange, purple and orange. Okay. So actually, while we're at here, from this torch is going to be powering this block, powering redstone here, which will power a block and go into a repeater on 3 ticks. Make sure that repeater will power a block in front, which will then power this redstone here. Then you're going to invert this torch here with a repeater going into this block that has the repeater on 3. A block behind it with redstone, which will lead over 1 and then back 1. And then that will be depowered by a torch right here. Then what you should see happen is these top pistons will stack like this. That is what you want. For now, I'm going to get rid of those. Okay, so let's move on to the closing circuit for the top and finishing the inputs actually. Glowstone on top of these top storage pistons, the redstone on top. I'm going to power these storage pistons with blocks and redstone across. Okay, that should be good. So you're going to have blocks at a diagonal from these glowstone blocks. Then block this off here, because you're going to lead redstone across here. So two redstone signals at a diagonal, make sure they're blocked off. I'm going to lead this down one on this side, and then down one on this side. Then you're going to place a torch here. And this torch is going to be powering, so underneath this torch, place a block. And then you're going to place redstone in front of there, so powering that. Then you're going to place a torch here. Power this redstone. Power this. So this redstone is already powered, but you're going to lead a repeater on 3 into it as well. That will be powered by a block behind it with redstone on top. Lead it upwards. And then on top of this torch, glowstone with redstone on top, and then lead this over like this. So it's going to go over like this. Please remember, I tell you guys every time, if I'm going too fast for you, please pause, okay? Because I'm just confusing myself sometimes. I don't really understand how the closing circuit works, but it does. So yeah, just do this. Then you're going to lead this signal down once again, like that, and that will power a repeater down here. Whoops, on 3 ticks. So 2 repeaters on 3, and then this repeater on 3 will be powering redstone here on top of this obsidian. That dust will be powering a block, and then a repeater right here, no delay. Actually, this should be white. And then finally, link it up like that. So just move this, just extend this signal here. So you're going to have this repeater going into it and this torch going into it. Now you're going to take a signal from this redstone here, repeater on 4 going into this glowstone signal. Let me think. This redstone here that has led down twice will be powering a block with a torch on the end, and then that's going to have a block on top of the torch, a block over here, and a block over here with redstone leading across. I'm going to extend this redstone signal out one here, place a torch. Redstone from this torch, block it off here, make that orange. So this redstone will be leading over, make sure it does not connect to up here. Lead it downwards here and block it off so it does not connect to the special system. Redstone here, block it off so it does not connect to this whole thing, and then that will lead down into these repeaters on 2. Lead 2 repeaters into this redstone here, 1 on 2, 1 on 3, and then just actually disconnect that for a moment. So you can place a torch here. So 2 torches, one will be powering the redstone directly, one will be going through 2 repeaters first. Alright, so we're actually almost done with the closing, but not quite. So from this torch, place a block on top of this piston in the updater pistons, as we call them. That'll be powering a repeater with redstone in front, and that signal is going to lead down, and that's going to be adjacent to this repeater in the special system. And then you're going to connect that up later. Let me think. Okay, so you're going to take a signal from this redstone here into a repeater on 3, which will be powering a block in front and a torch on the end. Something like that. It's probably a little bit different from the original design, but I don't care. Don't care. So finally, I think this torch here is going to be powering redstone down here, leading into a repeater. And then this repeater is going to be powering redstone down here. So on top of this torch here, from the special system, glowstone, and then redstone on top. That's so the torch doesn't power the redstone here. Then place a block on top of the glowstone. So this repeater will be powering the block that he just placed, and then therefore onto the glowstone. And that should be your closing circuit done, hopefully. Did I forget anything? Doesn't look like it. So let's just give it a spin, place a lever here, and actually reset first. So remember how your pistons were placed. I have no idea where that redstone came from, but the closing seemed to work. So in the end, you should have a 3x3 platform, well, 3x3 door here, and then we'll take care of the rest of the blocks. I have no idea how long I've been recording, but it doesn't matter. Just depower that for now. And the rest of the door relies on the bottom, the quad extender, the control extender. We have a lot to build, guys. Just going to reset this one last time. We can look at the closing once again. Close. Alright. So now we're going to focus on the bottom, because that's what we need to build next. So as before, leading power into the pistons will be white wool. So you're going to power these 3 pistons here by torch here, torch here. This torch on the side is going to have a block on top. Place a block on the side of this torch, and then torch there, and that should power all 3 of them. Let me get some water. This torch will be depowered by redstone here, and that's going to be powered by a torch here. So at this point, this piston should retract. This torch will be depowered by redstone here, and that redstone is going to be powered as a dot by a block and a repeater like that. Place the torch there, and at this point, all these pistons should be depowered. So you're going to end up with something like that. Block behind this repeater, redstone on top, and let me think. On the second piston here, place a block, lead it over one like that, redstone on top. This is going to lead down into a repeater, and then into a block. And then this repeater will be powering this block and powering glowstone here, powering redstone on this glowstone here. That's going to lead upwards and over into the second piston again. So block it off here, lead redstone like that. So what that's going to do is power this middle line of pistons here. I guess what we have left is the torches. So extend your floor out here, and then add a diagonal from the floor. Blocks with torches here. So these torches will be powering the floor blocks, and that should power those top pistons. Blocks on those now powered pistons. and then blocks that are diagonal, more torches, and then you're going to depower. Oh shoot, I forgot to make that white. Just real quick, sorry guys. Okay. Then you're going to depower all of these torches with repeaters. So just repeater, whoops. Like that. Powering these blocks that have torches on them. The bottom ones are all going to be on 2 ticks. That is very important. Connect these all up with redstone. And then you're going to depower the bottom torches, or yeah, you're going to depower the bottom torches with a block here, and a torch. Whoops. Torch here. So this torch will be powering this block and then this redstone. Then you're going to power this redstone with a repeater, and then redstone behind it, and then a torch here. Like that. Alright guys, almost finished with leading power into the hipster door pistons. So this repeater on 2 is going to be powered this block, and then redstone down here. Going to lead into a repeater on 3 ticks, and then up again into a torch, which will be depowered. What you're going to actually do is lead this redstone signal over, so you don't want it to be a dot here. You want it to lead towards you, well, at this point in time, towards you, so that when you place a block here, it won't power that bottom piston. So you can do that with powered rail, lever, so you can place a lever. I'm going to place powered rail because you don't want people flipping levers if you're building this on a server. So I'm just going to build this with detector rail, which should lead it over. Block on top of this torch here. Dot of redstone from this block. And then that dot will be powering this final bottom piston with a block. And there you have it. You have led power into all of the bottom pistons. Congratulations. Now, we're going to do the closing, and then I'm going to stop recording and take a break. I'm going to grab some water. Closing and first block retraction, how about that? For the top anyway. Alright. So, we couldn't afford to waste any space at all, so we actually led a signal through this gap. So on the top holes, so there's 2 holes here, and the only one you can lead power through is this top one here. So we'll place a repeater in the middle, block here, redstone here. Hope you got that. And then this repeater powering this block, and then into this redstone. Like that. This redstone from the back end of this repeater will be going up and then left, up and then down left, and then this redstone here will be powering repeater here on 4 ticks. 4 ticks. Alright. This redstone here will lead downwards and then over one here into a block, and then that block will be powering this repeater here, which will have a block in front and then power down there. Nearly done with the closing. This redstone that has led down will now lead back up again, and then over into this repeater on 4 ticks, powering a block, and then repeater. So this repeater will be powered by this block, and then repeater going into this redstone here. That should be your entire closing circuit done. Cross your fingers. So the blocks are going to be stored here. Let's just power this. So make sure that when I'm testing stuff, make sure that you do the same and make sure it works. Please make sure it works, because you're going to find that you mess something up and then it's easier to fix it once you're only halfway there rather than all the way there, you know? So there's your closing circuit done. Alright. So you got the closing for the top and the bottom. Yeah, I'll just do the first block retraction. Okay. Alright. Oh, I just realized I made all of this circuitry white. Oh man. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna stop recording. Keep your heads up for the second part of the tutorial. This is Redstone Innovation channel. Hope you guys enjoyed this so far. And as always, we thank you for watching. But you're not done yet. Haha. See you guys. Whoops.